So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Kaká, he has found the way through. Drives it in. That is a brilliant interception. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rashford scooting forward. No luck with that dink over the top. Oh no, what is... He's having a shot! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Simplicity itself.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he's stuck it away! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Now it's Rashford. He is through here. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Silvestre. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Persib Bandung are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Kaká. Neymar. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's been cut out, well played. Fernandez. And he is deftly away. Oh, great chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Persib Bandung present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Drama over the penalty spot. And that's a poor pen.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's through here. Can he finish? Relentless, just relentless. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And now he has two. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That has not gone well. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Upamecano wins the duel this time. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Backward it goes. And it's Camavinga. Looking for options for movement. Good read, needed to be. Kaka. Time and again they are repelled. Fernandez. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! Neymar.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Alexander-Arnold. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, that's fabulous. And a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And he is just ripping it up. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't Modric! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Persib Bandung really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Liverpool clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing.
Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to get it away.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here.
Oh, that's ambitious. Not a bad try by any means.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Rashford. And he welcomes it in. Shevchenko. It's out for a goal kick. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Persib Bandung are looking to break at pace. Dani Olmo. Modric.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He won't be happy with that one. Persib Bandung, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Brilliantly cut out. Modric. Now it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now that looks a decent ball.
Liverpool genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability, you know, that's always key to success.
Schneider can see things others simply cannot. Tries to get it clear. Modric. And it's Messi. Shevchenko. Figo. Dani Olmo. Schneider. Now that's well seen too.
Liverpool have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Camavinga. Now it's Rashford. Shevchenko. Messi. And this is Messi. That is good alertness. Now it's Messi. Didn't quite work for him. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through. Big chance! Goal! So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Camavinga. And here's Rashford. Oh, that's neat. Chance! It's a goal! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Persib Bandung are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Schneider goes looking wide. Can he get on the end of this?
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Modric. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, super ball! And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Persib Bandung firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. Back on the way then. Camavinga. And Sylvestre. Camavinga. Figo. Great vision. Oh, that was vital. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now it's Camavinga. Modric. It's Modric! Oh, it's come off the upright. Looking for the run. Dani Olmo. Can he get it through? Chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
A case now of complete control. Rashford! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Azar.
Persib Bandung are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
No, again there's no way through. Sylvestre did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi has the space to scheme. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's a throw-in. Now it's Hazard. Elects to cross. Now it's Messi. He's had it taken off him. Gabriel cuts it out. That'll be a throw-in. Fernandez. Alexander-Arnold. Messi receives it in a wide position. Strong running down that left flank. Plays a sharp little ball here. Danny Olmo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That ball looks a good one. Shevchenko! And a neat finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable and that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all the
today's
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for any defence. And that's their problem, because so many want to try and get to him to stop him getting into his stride. It just leaves space for others.
Hard to disagree with that. Obama! A wonderful effort all by himself.
That was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rafael Leao is wide and looking to get onto this. That pass has been well intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Now there's a fine ball, and he shoots! And it's a goal! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Number 4, Marcus
Ali
Rashford.
Saudi finding themselves unexpectedly
Marcus
behind.
Rashford.
Looking for a runner. Here's the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Aimed beyond the defence, knocks it out wide. Camavinga. Real chance! It's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Persib Bandung are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
There's the header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Persib Bandung. He's having a shot! And he's there to get it away. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. And a chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Persib Bandung have the chance to go the other way. Persib... Oh no, this does not look good. He's picked his way through. Shevchenko. And the shot! Oh, good finish. A goal on a landmark occasion for this man who makes his 50th appearance here and now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Persib Bandung are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Donnarumma. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Messi. And he's worked it through. Greenwood. Rashford. Shevchenko. Shevchenko. And it's Selamat. And here's Rafael Leao. He is through here. Rafael Leao stood his ground strongly. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Goes for goal! And that is a routine catch.
Al Saudi are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
And so the calm before the storm. Again,
Hello,
this
everyone,
so
and welcome to
engraved
All
into sporting
Trafford.
history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here takes a shot! And it's a goal! And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Shaw. Matheus Cunha is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. O'Reilly. It's Bernardo Silva. Matheus Cunha! He's hit it first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up.
And the shot! Oh, crossbar! O'Reilly. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's lofted. Cisco! And he's there to belt it away. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Haaland. And the counter is on. Semenyo. Oh, red, nice interception. Yehi. Kusanov. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Great vision.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nori, and he's been shifted off it. Martinez. O'Reilly. Haaland, who does have an assist to his name. And Cherki. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. He's on the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Looking for options for movement. He has a look up, and it's played. Oh, great leap! That's a decent clearance. Brilliantly cut out. Matheus Nunes. Nicely weighted ball. Oh no, this does shapes to shoot! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he's running through. Now it's Martinez. Good ball. Cisco! It's hit the upright. And for a moment, time stood still.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Manchester United with another corner. Manchester United have their second corner now. There's the header! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Can he get on the end of this? Big chance! And that's a sharp finish. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Haaland receives it in a good position. That could spell trouble. He's in a great position here. That has not gone well. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Now it's Matheus Cunha. He has found the way through. Now this could be a chance. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bruno Fernandes. Shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
That's been cut out, well played.
2 added minutes.
And
has
the
been
referee's
indicated.
looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Haaland. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Matheus Nunes. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Everyone, please
So
welcome
your
our
views on the
players
first
to the
half?
field.
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it has. He's had a shot! Semenyo. And it's Bernardo Silva. And Cherki. Driving on and making good progress. Matheus Cunha. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Quality ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Driving forward. Diogo Dalot. Burmo. Cherki, given the lift of his goal. Burmo.
Such good technique.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Matheus Cunha. Cherki. Cherki. Diogo Dalot wins the duel this time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's got his cross. And a header! He will be livid with himself. Bernardo Silva. All right, Mori. Oh, what a mistake! Tries a shot! That's going to go a long
The
way.
attendance for this match was 71,600.
Now he's running away. Semenyo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Ball's played through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Bruno Fernandes gets a foot in here. Yehi. Now Semenyo. He's a sharp little ball here. He leaps for it! Oh, crossbar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Manchester United have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Bernardo Silva. And it's Nunez. O'Reilly. Tries to pass it through. Matthews Nunez. Now O'Reilly. Matthews Nunez.
Oh, that's delightful.
Cunha gets into a good position.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he's there to get it away. That'll be a throw. Great defending, strong and determined.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Searching pass he's played there. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And claimed it back swiftly.
Nouri.
Looking for the run.
Might want to be careful there.
Bruno Fernandes.
Ploughing through the middle. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Bruno Fernandes is behind this one. Bruno Fernandes! It's loose now. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off. Manchester United close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Bernardo Silva.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Diogo Dalot. Now it's Haaland. Cherki.
There will be 1 minute.
He is through here.
Cherki. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Casemiro.
And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Matheus Cunha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the...
So a warm welcome to all of you who join us on this snowy night for a game that could turn out to be a real wintertime treat. It is a hot ticket on a cold, cold night, and conditions will be testing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We're up and running then. And this is Ronaldo.
Caicedo.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy Coman is one of those players who seem to have been around forever, despite his age. The Parisian is hugely decorated, truly one of the top talents of his generation. And I love that pace you see and that unique X-factor that gives him the extra edge.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Mane is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He has a look up. That's going to go a long way. And claimed it back swiftly. Lavia.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Lavia. And this is Ronaldo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chelsea are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
Al Nassr have a free kick. There's a quick free kick. Plays the return pass. And here's João Felix. Caicedo. Cucurella did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Caicedo. And it's Fernandes.
Oh, great feat, that. Chelsea are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Cucurella, a mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Al-Ghanam. Brozovic. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's destined for the flank. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? Gusto gets it clear. Nice, ended up in no man's land. Lavia. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Cucurella tries to play it through, and he's intervened well there. 40 minutes gone, half-time closing in. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hato. The muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Fernandes. Brozovic. Here's João Felix. Cucurella. João Felix. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this? And it's been hooked away. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. So, a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And please welcome our
Any strong opinions on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The second half is up and running. Both sides defensively robust up to now. He's got away. João Felix. Sanchez claims comfortably. It's a really well-measured ball. Back towards the middle. That's good running with the ball. Great ball, and he Joao Felix! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Lavia. Pedro Neto. Great vision.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Chalaba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
The attendance
Well, that's
for
good
this match
defending.
was
He squeezed the play and he gave him no
50,913.
chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's onto this, and he's got the beating of his man. So much time and space. Takes a shot! And there's a goal! How they've waited! Now they have it! Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Joao Felix. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Coleman. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's the keeper's ball.
Al Nassr really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Joao Felix. He's going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Gusto. Lavia. And here's Joao Felix. And the shot's off. There's the shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Knocks it into space. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Joao Felix. And here's Coleman. And it's skewed away.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Space for him to turn and look. Now it's Pedro Neto. Brozovic proves too strong.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Good
Running strong and purposeful. Oh, that's a key interception. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Nicked it back promptly. He's shifting through the gears here. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so
Please be
extra
made aware
time
that
is the
smoking
correct
is
next step.
only permitted in designated areas
No
within
winner
these
so
grounds.
far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. And this is Ronaldo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, super ball. Pedro Neto. And it's Lavia. And Caicedo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Liam Delap. Al-Ghanam. Fernandez. No, that's been intercepted. Cucurella. He's picked his way through. And it's Caicedo. Martinez. Brozovic. Coman. Ronaldo. And we're halfway through extra time.
Just a quick request today for everybody.
So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This the final 15 minutes for someone to do something. And we're off for the final time. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Brozovic. Coman. Works it forward. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And here's João Felix. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Delap, who's set up one goal so far. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking to play him in. Now it's Fernandez. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's João Felix. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go.
And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Now it's Coman. That is good strength.
That's good play from him. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. 90 minutes and then another 30, and Jim, here we are.
And now, please
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming. So spot kicks imminent. All eyes on him as he places the ball. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he duly obliges.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Now it is the turn of the captain.
It couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
This to put them 2 up.